It's unbelievable, the Patriots offense looking the way that it is, that this team is 7-6 right now.
Our dude who scored 2 touchdowns last night, never heard of him before last night's game. Didn't even know who he was. They're like, Harris. I'm like, Damian Harris is back? I thought he was hurt.
Yeah.
Nope. Some other guy named Harris.
Yeah. Your 6th-round draft choice out of South Carolina. There we go. Congratulations. You got him going on.
Thanks.
But, I mean,
Devontae Parker goes down. Ramondre Stevenson goes down.
I don't know how many.
No Jacoby Myers.
Let me ask you this question. Is there a line like next week? New England's at the Raiders.
Yeah. So
Vegas sets a line on everything, right?
Yep.
Although it could be off the board because it's involving their home team. But anyway, I don't know these things anyway. So I ask you, can you set a line on the number of times Mac Jones will be caught on camera cursing out somebody on the sideline that may or may not be Matt Patricia?
I'll take the over.
Honestly, it seems like this is now part and parcel of every game. Like yesterday, you were at the Clipper game. They caught him waving at the sideline, and like where he waved, and his play call sheet cover just flapped in the air as he was barking at someone like, enough, like stop talking, or I got this. I don't know how to interpret it, but he's got the red ass in him, Mac Jones, and he is not happy with the way things are being adjudicated, run, called, or it just seems, without a doubt, and I'm sure Belichick loves his moxie and loves his fire and loves all of that stuff, and maybe, I don't know how they're handling it, but they come out with the win. Their defense turns them over and scores, awesome.
And 6 sacks and a touchdown.
And of course, they face Kyler Murray for 3 snaps, and I mean, and DeAndre Hopkins handles a ball with the loaf of bread, and the Patriots slap it out and walk in the end zone with it. Yep. And always done that. Smoke, mirrors, anger, steam, whatever you want to use, they're your 7th seed right now. And Mac Jones and this offense are like, at times it feels like oil and water. And Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator of the Arizona Cardinals, made a lot of eyebrows raised because he talked about the elephant in the room when on Friday he said that this offense looked like it was being called by a defensive coordinator. You would know. He's a defensive coordinator, and defensive coordinators are risk averse. They want you to be smart with the football, and they want you to be careful with the football, and they'll take a shot here or there. They hit Hunter Henry on a couple seams last night. Yep. But other than that, I mean, they're not going to try and take the top off the defense on it. They're just going to hold on to it, and put some points on the board and make you make the mistake and take those points and keep piling them up on each other and beat you. And I'll tell you what, it's frustrating to watch. I'm not sitting there with you.
Not great to watch at all.
I am sitting next to an 11-year-old Patriot fan watching this game. Cooper Eisen is a diehard Patriot fan. Susie won that battle in the house, and it really wasn't much of a battle when Tom Brady's winning championships and my Jets are like hiring Adam Gase. And, here I am telling children in the house, no, you need to be with me on this one. And, that would be, I think it's against the penal code somewhere in certain states. To
Misery loves company, though.
But at any rate, he is a diehard Patriot fan. And at one point, I almost recorded it. He hates it when I take out the phone because it's adorable, but it's also, out of the mouths of babe. Third quarter last night, I'm done with halftime of Westwood 1 Monday Night Football.
Great job. I was listening to halftime while we were driving to the game.
Thank you for sounding surprised.
Very smooth.
Thank you. How do I take that compliment? Does that sound like, hey, great job? Like,
I think it
was like you've been doing it for years, but you haven't. It was really, really good job.
Thank you. At any rate, I come out of the office, right? I come back, and I'm back in the.
Did I hear a dog bark at one point?
No, you didn't. Stop it.
Maybe that was Ian.
So yes, that was Ian.
That was Ian.
Yes, at halftime he called in because he had some fresh news about Kyler Murray. At any rate, I go back in. He's watching the game, and Cooper goes, "Oh my God, Another screen pass.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he said that. Yeah. Oh, my God.
That was me yelling at the radio, too.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
He's even seeing that they're throwing behind the sticks or they're not throwing past the marker, line to gain, the words of even he's seeing it.
It's really tough to watch.
And it's just really frustrating based on what we saw last year with Mac Jones. We're not advancing. The only thing that's, advancing is his lack of patience. Like, he's barking on the sideline, which I guess is great to see. He's taking ownership of it. But all you hear from people who watch tape and know him is that his special ability is to quickly digest what's happening pre-snap. And you'd think that would allow a risk to be taken because he knows where somebody's going or he knows what's happening. Maybe we're not seeing the full picture of him, with him, and this team. It's just unbelievable. And yeah, man, like, if you're going to take on a team like the Chiefs, you're not equipped to beat that team in the playoffs right now. I mean, unless you totally confuse him.
Offensively.
You get 3 turnovers like the Broncos did, maybe you can do it. I don't know.
The defense would have to really have a day for us to kind of even stay on the field with Kansas City, keep it within a score, 10 points.
And so...
Are we okay with Mac Jones at this point in his career, like yelling and screaming and cursing at a coach?
You know what?
Yeah, absolutely.
I personally don't care.
Absolutely.
But I just know that will always be someone's going to say, like, so I just wondered how you guys...
I think it's fine when it's at Matt Patricia because everyone knows he stinks.
Well, look, it doesn't help. It doesn't help, okay, to see a second-year quarterback barking at somebody who we are assuming it is him. But just because I know this guy across the way and I am married to a fellow masshole, okay, and know the area very well, and having grown up around a ton of New Englanders, I think New England sports fans love his fire. And certainly if you're assuming where he's directing it, the person who you would like to have fire in that direction.
Yeah.
I think fans kind of dig it. The question is, what about the coaching staff in the locker room? And so I think that's what's behind the question posed to Bill Belichick that leads to this Bill Belichick press conference moment, asked about what that victory on Monday night did for morale.
Today's Bill Belichick press conference moment.
Well, we prefer to win.
Obviously, it's a important win standings-wise, but maybe in terms of morale, how helpful might this be for the entire team?
It's always good to win. So we practice for.
It's what we practice for.
It's always good to win.
It's always good to win.
That's what we practice for. Yeah, let me take you inside the locker room.
Practice to win the game, Chris.
Let me take you behind the scenes of all the conversations that are playing out during that 2-game losing streak.
Unbelievable.
And Mac Jones barking on the sidelines at somebody.
So good.
Treating an individual like Tom Brady treats a tablet. So, but that's a big win.
What's wrong with you?
Next up, there's a win up for grabs. And it's Belichick and the Patriots and Patricia taking on a guy who used to coordinate and had Mac Jones looking a hell of a lot better than right now, and the offense looking a lot better. Josh McDaniels coming off of maybe his worst loss of the season, and the Raiders, as we all know, have a lot of candidates for worst loss of the season for them. This is up for grabs. That's a big one, and they better come up with that win because Joe Burrow walks in on Christmas Eve, and Tua walks in on New Year's Day, and then they go visit Buffalo in the final week of the season, where the 1 seed we are assuming will be on the line for the Buffalo Bills, or the 2 seed. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.